Welcome to this Valuecase release. We are shipping a ton of new features, the dashboard side panel. We have new features for the forms to make them multi-submit. We also have new features for the workflows and much, much more. So let me show you the most important ones and dive right in. First of all, when you're on the Valuecase dashboard, you will see this new icon when you hover over your spaces. This is for opening your space details. This is an awesome new sidebar that allows you to just quickly jump into the space details like your tasks, any comments that are happening, activities, and form responses directly from the dashboard. So no more opening spaces up in new tabs, jumping between dashboard and a space to see the details. We just surface everything in here now, and you also have a few other options like copying the link and so on. Now, this is not only accessible from here directly, but also from the task dashboard. So you can click here as well, and from the activity feed too. So if I want to see this space and see the activity, I can just click here and take a quick look. So this new sidebar hopefully helps you navigating Valuecase much faster and just much more seamlessly. We have a ton of use cases and very productivity focused use cases on the platform by now, and this hopefully speeds you up a lot. The second new feature I wanted to show you is for our forms. So I'm in a new space here, and when I click forms, you will see that we have now two different types of forms. Before, all forms in Valuecase were single submission, great for intake questionnaires or anything where you want to collaborate with your customer, seeing what they fill out, and just need one submission basically. But for any multi-submit use cases, this wasn't great, and you still had to embed external forms for that. Now, however, our forms support multiple responses, and you can just select it here, create the form as usual with your questions, and then your customers can complete them multiple times. And as soon as you don't want to have any responses anymore, you just go here and turn it off. For the questions, we also have something new in the short text and long text questions here. And this is our new data validation. So if you want to, for example, collect a valid URL, you want to just have a valid domain or maybe a min or max character count, you can now turn on the data validation and do your settings, and this will then not let any wrong data going through. And this is awesome if you need clean data for subsequent steps. And if you want to do something that is not yet covered by this validation, please let us know. We are very happy to extend the options here and just us starting with these simple ones. Now, that were our new features for the dashboard, for the forms, and now finally I want to go into the workflows. The workflows were a very interesting launch for us. We have a lot of usage on this feature, so we want to make it better as quickly as possible. And the first new thing that you will see when you configure a new workflow is that we have new triggers. First of all, you can now fire a workflow based on a milestone completion and also based on a full action plan completion. Before, you could only do workflows based on task completions, but if you want to really be sure that a certain milestone is fully completed or an action plan is fully completed before doing the action, then you can do that now. And thank you for all the feedback, by the way. This was one of the primary feedbacks we got in the weekly training that we did when we released the workflows. So this was really, really helpful, and we are very happy to ship this. Another new thing for the workflows is if you're doing space and activity notifications, so let's just say I want to send an email here for any spaces that are not active, need to select the template, then I want to send an email notification, and I just put in some text. Before, it was always a bit tough to understand how this email would look like. So now we added a send preview button here. This will send you an email to your inbox so you can see how this email notification would come up on your customer's end. For the final feature, I need to go into a Valuecase space. This Valuecase space has a workflow attached to it when the last task is completed. So when I check this off, we will show a pop-up, congratulations on going live, etc., etc., and this will unlock new content. However, unlike before, when you always had to refresh the Valuecase space first before seeing the new content, it directly shows up now. So I can click on the new page without even refreshing the space, and this works not only for pages, it works for milestones and any content you want to show. We will also soon give you the ability to also send your users directly to the new content. However, this already makes it a lot more seamless. So hope you enjoyed these updates. This is it for this video. We have a lot more quality of life improvements with this release, and you will find them in our product newsletter, on our website, in the changelog, etc. However, I showed you the most important ones, and I hope you find them useful and they add to your workflows. And let us know if you have any feedback. We are really looking forward to that as always. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye-bye.